Can anyone help me identify this jar with a mousetrap thing on it? My friend found it in his old house. He found it on his garage, I believe, and it seems like the mousetrap thing has a small mallet head that would hit the jar. Any ideas? I'm pretty sure it's a very, very old fire extinguisher full of a chemical called carbon tetrachloride, possibly from the early 1900s. There was one sort of like it in my dad's garage growing up. It was a dusty glass bulb filled with a chemical that had a similar mousetrap-looking thing attached to it. It has a fusible link on it that would melt at a certain temperature and allow the hammer to swing down and smash the glass bottle and release the chemical. What is this long round metal tube colored in army green? We found it between old things inside our home in Slovakia. There are two optics you can look into, and inside the optics you see some numbers. The ends are covered with leather caps and there are glass openings so you see through them. With the knobs, you turn on and off the thing, so you either see through it or not. There are more knobs that are probably used to adjust the device. I used Google Lens and I found some devices that are similar to this one, but on some sketchy websites that provided little information. Does anyone know anything about it? It's a portable stereoscopic rangefinder from World War II. Many variants were licensed for different militaries. This one was the Czechoslovakian variant VZ-36N, used by the army from the 30s. They were formerly used by the German army in World War II, that's why some models have signs in the German language. This would have a lens at each end of the tube, and the knobs will be used to somehow match the image of what you're looking at. German instruments tended to use the stereoscopic principle, while British ones used coincidence. What is this lever press with various interchangeable top and bottom pieces on a wooden base, roughly 30 centimeters high and made from metal? It appears to be some kind of press, but I have been unable to find what this one could be used for. It has no noticeable writing anywhere, but has seen better days. From image searches, I gather this type of tool is called an arbor press, but I have found no examples with attachments like this specimen. I picked it up at a flea market because it looked cool. I'm very curious what this tool could be used for. It's a staking tool for eyeglass work, possibly made in Germany. It's actually a multifunctional riveting press, ideal for repairing frames. Back in 1972 when I got into the trade, this tool was used every day. It brings back memories. What is this long red and gold cylinder made of metal and plastic? Approximately 10 grams, 2 inches, and the gold ends can be pushed, and the red middle spins. The red part of the object is plastic, while the gold is metal. The rectangle in the middle of the cylinder is indented and is also made of plastic. The small triangle can be moved from side to side, allowing it to be hung on something. What is this thing? It's a digital clock pendant, which was a thing in the late 70s to early 80s. This necklace watch features a digital display and includes a chain for easy wear. It also has day and month functions. What is this weird brass rod with a wick and a cap? I was helping my family clean out my aunt's house, since she got moved to an elderly care facility due to having dementia, and was wondering what this is. It seems to have a fill valve, similar to a lighter on the opposite end of the wick cap, and we found it in a red velvet sleeve. I did some close looking at it, and the only text I could find on it was the word modern on the wick cap. Unfortunately, I don't have a location for where it was obtained, as my aunt was a bit of a collector. Right now I'm pretty stumped. Can anybody figure out what it is? It's a 1950s modern fireplace lighter. It has a butane inlet valve for refilling gas. The fuel automatically be released when you remove the cap. You can adjust the flame by turning the grooved ring around the lighter. Then the fuel will shut off when the cap is replaced. My family had one of these when I was young, but I don't think we ever used it. What is this weird triangle inside a square thing in southwest Arizona? I found it randomly on Google Maps. I would love some clarification if anyone knows about it. It's the Stovall Airfield. Originally built during World War II as an auxiliary airfield to nearby Yuma and Dateland airfields. Currently, it's within the bounds of the Goldwater training range, and according to reports, it may still see some use in exercises. What is this thing I found in a vintage writer's wooden box? It's made of metal and not that heavy. Any idea what it would have been used for? It's a 19th century pounce pot, to be filled with ground cuttlefish bone or sandarak resin, and sprinkled on paper before writing on it, with a quill pen or steel dip pen. The surface would be smoothed out by the pounce and would dry quickly to prevent blotting. The pounce would be recovered for reuse by shaking and tapping it off. What are these stamps I found inside a very old book? I'm not sure what they are or what they would have been used for. It says on the front security trading stamp, quality premiums and profit sharing, with numbers on each of them. I'd be really interested to know what are they for. They are trading stamps given to customers by merchants in loyalty programs in the United States, Canada, and the UK, which predated the modern loyalty card-based and online programs. You would get them by buying things at various shops, and you could accumulate enough stamps to trade in for different items like a toaster or blender. The practice of retailers issuing trading stamps started in 1891 at Schuster's department store in Wisconsin. At first, the stamps were given only to customers who paid for purchases in cash as a reward for not making purchases on credit. Other retailers soon copied the practice of giving trading stamps that could be redeemed at the issuer's store. What is this old glass jar with a unique feature inside? I dug this up around 30 years ago, and I've never been able to figure out what it was. It's a clear glass with no label, and it was clearly designed with a small area inside separating it from the larger area. It has a patent number at the bottom, but I cannot search that patent number. I feel like it was some mass-produced product. Any ideas? It's a 1940s Schaefer's Scrip ink bottle with a built-in inkwell. Simply tighten the cap, then tip the bottle to fill the well. The bottle was patented on May 27, 1930 by Owen E. Rabb of Seattle, Washington. And the reason why you cannot search for the patent is that the patent number on your bottle is missing the number 5. What are these cast iron wheels I found in my grandpa's collection? No maker's mark, but they have measurement markings on the wheel and are probably 100 plus years old. The wheel measures approximately 6.75 inches in diameter, and the total length is about 12 inches. They look like clothesline pulleys, but not quite. Any idea on what they are? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.